float and stretch. Someone else doing it. I don't know. Yes? That was just me. Okay. I'll go ahead and start. I think it's the best part of the week. Oh, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and we'll use our mat a good amount. Inhale, lift those arms up. And then take your hands together. Listen in, down. Inhale, lift up again. Exhale, bring it down. You take some time, feel it flow through the body. Maybe look up at your hands this time.
Hi.
Taker, hello. We're just getting
Hello.
Hi. Join us. Excellent. And we're going to take ourselves and a little side to side, spinal rotation. We're going to stretch and flow. Excellent. Let's take the right arm up and over. We're going to reach and then bring it back. 2, 3 more of those, out and in. Nice. And switch sides, other side, same thing. Give me 4 to your left. 1, and then open out. Let's roll those shoulders back and around, thumbs up. And then reach up, arms up. Bring the shoulders back and down. Little goddess pose and open out the arms. Bend at the knees and then round the back and arch the back. Let's lift up again, arms up, inhale. Exhale, bring those shoulders back and down. And fold out, hands to the knees. Let's round and arch the back. And breathe out. Breathe 2 more times just like that. Lift up, shoulders back and down. Take it out for the knees. Round and arch that back. Bring on the breath. 1 more time, all the way up. Shoulders back and down. Press outwards. Hands on the knees, round and arch the spine. And then go ahead and let's drop lower toward the ground, and we're going to take 1 foot at a time and kind of lift and lower the heels up and down off the ground or off your mat. A little press into it. Tap your fingers. Kind of wake up those hamstrings. Do what feels good for you. That's really the most important part. This is all about self-care and just making sure you feel good. Then go ahead, we're going to inhale and rise all the way up. I'll face back to you. Excellent. Clasp your fingers together, your hands together, and then we'll take it sideways, side stretch. Other side, same thing. Open out. Take the right arm over the left. Pretend like you're holding on to the ball of light. It's called embracing the moon in Tai Chi. And you're gonna open out. Exhale to open out those arms sideways. And inhale, bring the left arm over the right. You're holding a ball of energy. Exhale, open out. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, right or left. And exhale, open out. Inhale, embracing that light energy. To the right. We're going to open out from there. Exhale. Take your arms up. We're going to press them downwards. And into the knees. Do that again. Arms up. Inhale, and then press arms down. Keep the shape. Do that 2 more times. Up. Exhale, breathing out. Do 1 more. Exhale to down. Excellent. Rock back onto your left leg. You're going to take your hands. You're going to pretend this is stroking the mane, wild mane, the horse. And it's the knee. And then come back. Good. Rock. And just focus on your hands. Inhale. And exhale, opening outwards, parting the wild mane. Inhale, and just rocking through the feet a little bit. Exhale. 1 more here. And shifting the weight onto your right foot. We'll do the same thing other side. Rock. Take it back. As if you're releasing, putting in something into the air there. Maybe 2 more. Just enjoying the movement, looking at your hands, feeling where your body is stays. Beautiful, and we'll take your arms up. Sink down. One more, just like that. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink the chi, bring it down. Okay, and from there, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to have you side on your mat, side a little bit. We're going to fold forward like a tabletop. So just trying to hinge forward at the hips, and your arms, maybe they jut forward, and just lengthening through the backs of the legs, trying to hold that position for a few moments here. If you need to, you can protect your back by holding on to it more if that's better for you. Otherwise, try to reach out, and then fold forward and downward. See if you can keep your feet planted on the ground, or else you can start to do the lift and lower 1 foot at a time. That feels better for you. Alright. And then I'm going to have you go ahead and stand up 1 more time. We're going to take your right leg forward. Nice lunge. We're going to go into a lunge position. Get down low. Knee is right over the foot. And then we're going to extend those arms upward for warrior 1. Leave me on your toe in the back leg. Just get that stretching a little bit throughout the legs. Then you're going to open up sideways, face toward me. You can pivot that foot onto the ground. Or rock on backward. Hold that stretch for a few seconds here. And then roll forward to the opposite direction with it. And try the same thing, but with straightened legs, okay? Straighten out your legs. We're triangle. Side. Drop it other side. Excellent. And then face back forward. I'd like you to take your hands, tap them on the ground right on each side of your foot that's in front. And we'll just switch our leg, other leg. Same thing. Other leg in front, and then you're gonna reach your arms up. Nice warrior one, getting low. Few breaths here. And then stretch, and then open out, peel out sideways. Face that right. I'm gonna face you guys so you see better. Face up. And then reaching on back. Bent knees, relax, yep. And a good stretch. And then reach the other way. The bent knee in front. Nice. And go ahead and take those legs to straight. Do the same thing. We'll rock it back. One way. And then rock forward. I'm just going to meet you over here. And then we'll take our hands back to the ground. Let's get onto our knees. I'm going to face you guys. See everything. We're going to go into like a gate pose. So go ahead. If you need to, your fingers can just be lightly on the ground. You're going to sit back on onto your heels. But if you're upright, you're going to sit all the way back on your heels. And just put your hands together. And feeling that stretch and the opposite of that. Protect yourself though if you need to. Down onto something. Few breaths here. That's an area that gets real tight sometimes, so it's going to stretch it on out. And then we'll lift up through the legs, and then let's take our right leg out sideways, flex the foot. Let's take your arms up. And then take it sideways. Stretch the body nice and long. Open out those arms. Switch to the other side. Gracefully. Your left leg extends and flex the foot, good flat. Okay. Lift up the arms. Extend together. Then bend it sideways. Breaths here. Then let's open out. Excellent. Let's come into a seated position. I'd like you to sit really tall on your mat. Take your fingers, face them towards your butt, and flex your feet and extend. The toes are up really tall, and just kind of pull forward a little bit at the waist. Don't worry so much about your hands. This is more for your legs, actually. That big stretch, if you get your toes up nice toward the ceiling, reversing flexion, then you'll feel a really big stretch in the backs of your legs. Nice job. And then we're going to take that right into like a reverse plank. Reverse plank, sure. If you're up for it, if you need to modify it, you can try it either on your elbows or on your hands. I actually find it easier on my hands, but up to you. This does require a little strength, but it will stretch you out in the front part of your body and kind of strengthen your backside. So if you can, kind of lift up and through. Fingers are pointing towards you and try to pop up. Open the chest. Do what you can. If you need to modify, that's okay. Just hold it for a little bit. Deep breaths if you can. Now we'll take it right back on down. I know that's a tough one. But it does stretch you out in the chest, hopefully. It helps strengthen your back a little bit. We're going to rock on back. Let's take one leg over the other. Yeah, a little bit pull through your right leg. And let's clasp right underneath the knee, under the thigh there. Opposing leg. Just relax into this one. Just for your piriformis, the side of your thigh. This one, so you should feel the butt area. Good. And think about pressing whatever knee is on the top. Think about like kind of pushing it away from you. I know it's like more of a mental push. You don't have to actually physically push any away, though you can take a hand and do that. But that'll deepen the stretch more. We worked hard this week, so we gotta stretch it all out. If you'd like to, you can even do it without your arms and just kind of see if you can raise it up and hold it up, because that will give you an even deeper stretch. You have to press your spine into the ground for that one, though. Sit on a vision this one. The back side of your leg is working, but the front side is stretching. And then let's go ahead and undo those legs. Let's take them down on the ground, the feet, and then kind of rock side to side. The knees, while they're stacked on top of each other, give yourself a little bit of a stretch. Bring your low back. Now let's go ahead and repeat it on the other leg. So whatever leg you didn't do, come up and cross. And you have options. So you can go ahead and hug underneath the bottom leg. Remember to relax your head onto the ground. Really rest and take time for yourself. This one. It's really a good stretch. And you can mentally push that upper knee away from you or push it with your hand, either way, and I'll do the stretch. Just relax into it. Breaths here. This is an area that definitely gets tight, so it's really good to work on it. And I invite you, if you'd like to try to make it a deeper stretch, open out your hands, your back sounds to the ground good, and really just see if you can straighten that leg in the back, but and push forward mentally with the knee that's on the top. Okay for you. Keep that stretch. If that's too much for you, go back to holding. All right, and then let's go ahead and take your feet. We're gonna plant them on the ground. I'd like you to do a hip flexor stretch with me, which is actually just glute bridge, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and put your weight into your feet and lift your butt up off the ground as high as you can. So we're focused more on the hip flexor, this area, the upper part. Just trying to get that nice, well stretched out here. Maybe you think about even kind of scrunching up in the shoulders, like shoulders back and down, so that you're kind of taking a bridge onto your shoulders too. That is a nice way to go about this one. Holding this for quick breaths. And then dropping your hips on down again onto the mat, nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Excellent. Let's take the legs and straighten them out, straight down on the ground. Your arms are straight sideways like a T. And if you can, let's try to do a leg across the body stretch. If it's too much, go back to a bent knee and like sideways stretch. So you can always go back to this. This is the modification. Bent knees, taking it sideways. Okay, that's your modification. But if you're up for it, straight legs, and then you'll take one leg and bring it all the way across. See where it goes to. Yep. Just kind of relax into it. That's a big stretch, leg across the body. The goal is to get the hand toward the foot, but obviously that's not always gonna happen, and you may not be able to straighten your leg out on the leg that's on top, but do what you can. Always feel free to take it back to that low back stretch modification with stacked knees. You feel this in the shoulder also. Stretch with it. Full breaths into here. This is something I tend to do before a workout, actually, so you know, this is something I do right before getting into a big workout. And then let's switch sides. Legs come back down, straight down, but then we'll take the other one, lift it up, and then bring it all the way across. Straighten it out, best you can, whatever you can do. And relax into it. Your head can look opposite the direction of the leg that's sticking forward. Couple more deep breaths here. All right, and then I'd like you to bring your legs back to center. Let's do Happy Baby, which is like this. So you take your legs, always lovely to look at her. You're gonna wrap your like index finger and your middle finger around your big toe, both legs, and then just kind of open out the steps. Oh my goodness, it's a big stretch for me today. I don't know. Just open out the legs as best you can and relax into it. Take a few deep breaths here. Maybe you rock it side to side a little bit. Rocking on your side, feel good. And then let's relax those legs on down again. And let's move over onto your side. Maybe get yourself a little pillow for our shoulder stuff. Shoulder activity. Forgot. I don't know where my yoga block is in my bag, so I'm picking out my pillow, put under my head. Whatever you got. Let's do some of these where you bring your up arm forward, back. Let's do 3 of each today. Let's do those. Other stuff I want to do. 1, good. And then maybe semicircle up and around. Your knees are stacked on top of each other. Back. Again. Stretch out that shoulder. Give me one more. And then let's do a semicircle tracing the ground. So arm comes up and around and back. If you don't touch the ground the whole time, it's okay. And bring it forward and around, back to the other hand. Nice, and do it again. Let's do 2 more. One more. Let's do a little time of holding it out in the diagonal up and back position. Just hanging out there, letting gravity take hold of it for a bit. Letting all those muscles open up for you, twirl muscles. A few deep breaths right here. And then I'd like you to bring your hand back on down. You're going to push your way up on the ground a little bit. Come onto your knees for a moment. We're going to take that into child's pose. Open out your knees wide and bring your hands straight in front of you. Relax into it. And go ahead and walk your hands all the way in one direction, both of them the same way. So you feel more of a stretch in the side of the shoulder and the bring your hands all the way other direction, same thing. Press them into the ground a little bit. Both hands should be the opposite direction. Walk your hands back to center. And I'd like you to take one arm and we're going to lace it under so it's a thread through. So you're going to lace under the other. I'm going to take my right arm, whatever arm you want to do first is fine. You're going to thread it through, walk it all the way out. Relax your head down, hold it there for a bit. Stay in that position with the thread through. So your arms are perpendicular, so like 90-degree angle with the arms. Relax, and you can have it palm up or down depending on how you feel. Either way is good. And I'd like you to go ahead and take that hand back, but then I want you to push it down and forward through again. Walk it like so I get center, walk it out. And then walk it on back. We'll do 3 of these. So walk it forward all the way again, all the way sideways. Feeling that big stretch. Walk it back in. Let's do one more. It really opens up the shoulder. Let's take it back in the center. Switch sides. Whatever arm you can do, you can take it. Let's do that thread through and hold it for a bit. A few breaths here. Your arms are, one arm's underneath the other. You guys are getting this, right? Relax into it. Take some deep breaths here. And we're going to walk that hand 3 times. So walk it all the way out, sideways. Walk it in. 2 more times. Walk it in. And 1 more. Excellent. We're going to go back to the forward back move and a semicircle around. So I had been doing it like this, facing there. I'm going to move myself to the opposite side so I can face you. Feel free to just turn that way so then you'll be on your other arm. Lay down. And then your other arm is on top. There you go, forward, back, 3. Knees on top of each other, 2. 1 more. And go ahead and semicircle, arm up and around, back, working on mobility of the shoulders. Bring it all the way forward. Do that again. More. And then let's do our semicircle, kind of trace the hand on the ground, up and around. If you need to lift it off the ground, that's totally fine. Forward and around. that 2 more times. One more. Bring it in. Let's do our one where you raise it up in a diagonal. Just hang out there with the arm and the diagonal. And let gravity take hold of it. Let it stretch out the best you can. Just hanging out there for a bit. A few deep breaths here. All right, and then start to bring that arm forward and around. Let's go ahead and press up, yourself up off the mat a little bit. Hold it. We'll take that into pigeon. So you can face whatever way in the mat that you need to, but I'm gonna take one leg. Just move my mat up. Sorry, and it should be like flat line, horizontal with the edge of the mat. And if you can, your other leg goes back a little bit, or you can have it bent at both knees. So do what you can with that. If it can go straight on back, that's awesome. If not, then it's bent a little bit more. And try to keep your hips nicely aligned. And then see if you can take your hands right over, like kind of tent it right over above the shin of the upper knee. And then kind of pull forward if you can. Feeling a big stretch in the piriformis in the butt area and whatever legs in front. Just relaxing into it, relax your head and breathe into it for a bit. All right, and then start to press your way up from there. And let's angle the knees. So you'll take it so that the bottom of one foot it kind of connects to the knee on the other, and your hands are behind you. And then go ahead and keep your feet on the ground and then rotate through the knees. That's for your hips. It's like a deep hip rotation. Sorry. I need to readjust where you are on your mat. And then take it side to side a little bit. Rocking. It's pretty good for the deep hip joint, sacroiliac joint. And every time you move, your foot, the sole of your foot connects with your knee if you can. But feel free to modify that too. You can't quite reach that. 2 more right here. Probably pretty good. And we'll go into that pigeon pose, but on the other leg. So whatever leg was in front, now in front. take it so that it's, trying to show you where my mat is lying. Flat in alignment with like the top of the mat, that's helpful. And then back leg can be bent if you need to, or try to straighten it out as best you can if you're up to the challenge. A bigger stretch from that. Hips relatively like level, even, best your ability. Fingers here in front of the knee, and then try to fold forward into it. And relax as much as you can. Feel a really big stretch. This is one of my favorite stretches. So how to get it in, you know? Do about 5 deep breaths, so they're good ones. You should feel those muscles opening by the side of your thigh and your butt area. One more deep breath, and then we'll press up from here. All right, start to press on up. And have you scoop your legs around so that you'll be on your knees, and we're going to face your mat this way though. Okay? We'll do this. So you can either, so open out your knees kind of on the wide side. You'll have your hands, we'll do camel. You have your hands on the on your back a little bit for support if you need to. And if you're feeling up for it, I like doing this a little bit more fully where you take your hands and you'll connect them with your feet. If you're feeling up for it, that is. It's definitely a deeper stretch. Kind of open your chest and relax. See what you can do there. Just really like open your heart and feel that good stretch in the back. If you ever need to, you go back into the modified position where you're holding on your back a little bit more, and that's okay. Couple deep breaths. And then we'll start to make your way up from there. I know that's a tough one. Nice job. I'd like you to go ahead. See if you can put your hands straight down. Plant your toes onto the ground. We're going to take it into a quick down dog here. So, toes into the ground. Shoulders back and down so that you're using those shoulders. And let's pedal the feet a little bit. Pedal, lift and lower. One more really good stretch for the hamstrings. And bend into the knees and kind of walk your hands back. And let's do a little bit of a, what's it called? I don't know, ragdoll. Where your hands could be on your elbows and you just kind of move side to side and rock through sideways. And then come up one vertebrae at a time. I'll meet you standing here. Let's go ahead and do a neck stretch. Take your arms to the side, do the shoulder neck stretch. And then we'll look up toward the sky with that. Deepening the stretch. Feels a little bit different. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Ear to the other shoulder neck stretch. Then tilt your head face up toward the sky. And then look all the way down toward the ground. And then look all the way up, lengthening through the neck. Going back to center. Look all the way to the right. All the way to the left. Beautiful. Take a knee on the right and then bend into it. And then we're going to take the arms also. Let's do like a half moon here. Really deep stretch in the inner thigh. And then rotate that a little bit. Almost folded flat. Good. And then we're going to take it to the other side. Same thing. Knee over the foot. And this, yeah. So the inner thigh stretch, good. Fold flat toward the wall. And bring it around. And let's rise up, arms up. Inhale. Bring the arms down in center. And around and down. And stretch everything out. So good. All right. Namaste. You did great. Hope you're feeling good. That took you through a whole stretching and flowing class. I hope you enjoyed it.
Sometimes stretching is harder than actual exercise.
Ah!